Everyone, welcome back. Right, I trust you all have a good lunch. Okay. This is what we'll be covering today. We'll be using, doing a simple histogram using what we learned earlier on R programming.
So what is what?
Histogram. Histogram.
Sorry, I'm P6 only.
Oh, P6.
Yeah.
Never mind. Later I'll show you an example. Right, you'll be very clear.
Oh,
I'll cover some backgrounds.
Wow, this facilitator very good. Cover everything one. Thanks. Yeah, I like that.
Before that, I would like to have some ground rules in place. Number one, please place your phone on silent mode. Number two, if you have any questions, just put up your hand. I'll do my best to answer. In the event that I didn't answer clearly, right, just be patient a bit. I'll cover one-on-one later. Okay.
With the silent mode can put to vibration.
Can.
Can. Wow,
Can.
you are very good at it.
Thank you. Okay, before that, let's do a simple icebreaker. Okay, this icebreaker game is called What's My Hidden Talent?
Yeah, I like icebreaker.
I just need you all to say what's your name and then what's your hidden talent. For example, okay. Hi, my name is Andy. I can cook. Okay. Why don't we start with you?
My name is Thomas. I cannot cook.
Okay.
I can sing.
I like to attend your class.
Yeah, I'm my 偶像 is you.
I cannot read English.
You cannot read English. Okay, that's all hidden talent. That's not come.
I can paint.
Okay.
I'm lazy, but swim better.
Ooh, okay, swimming.
I can cook instant noodle very
Okay, that's a very great hidden talent.
well.
Okay, now that we get acquainted with one another, okay, let's cover what we're going to cover today, right? Today we'll be learning on how to generate a histogram using R-based plot features, right? And then we customize this base plot based on these four parameters, right? The color, the X label, the Y label, and the main title. Let's recap a little bit of what we learned earlier. So we already got introduced to R platform. Essentially, it's a freeware based on the S language, which was built in 1970s. Then gradually in 1995, it became R and issued out as a freeware under the GNT public license. Earlier, we also learned how to load the data into R platform using this read CSV function. Right? CSV is comma separated values. It's basically a text file. Right? You should tell R to read the text file. We also learned how to clean up the data using R. We will not be covering this today because we covered it with sufficient depth the last time. Let's recap a bit about histogram basics, which is what Jocelyn has highlighted earlier. Essentially, what is a histogram? A histogram is just a plot, it's just a bar plot like this, that looks like this, where the x-axis covers what you want to measure. The y-axis is the frequency of how many times this thing occurs. Right? For instance, I'll give you an example. I have a glass size, and these are the age of the glass. Okay, but you cannot do a histogram directly from this. You need to convert it to something like this, right, before you can do this. Okay, and what is this? These are actually bins of data, right? From 20 to 30, 30 to 40, it must be a constant size. And this is the number of times a number that appeared in this range. For instance, frequency in this range is 2 because I have two data points of this range, 25 and 22. Over here between 30 to 40, the frequency is 4 because I have 4 data. These are the 4 datas. Right? So this is the frequency plot that plot the axis that the values that you want to measure versus how many times it occurs.
Question, what if for example on the exact number 30, 40, 50, 60? So which
It depends. Then it depends on whether this is equal or less than. Right? Usually it's less than. Right? So you fall on the other bin. Let me cover some of the background.
I need to go to my prayer time.
Okay.
Is it okay if I go?
You can go. If you need to catch up, I can cover that for you later.
I think you'll be finished by the time I come.
Okay, no problem. I can cover this later. right, these are the data that we'll be using, right? I use the data set that's very important to us. And this is on lottery, right? It's a total, right? These are actual total figures, 3.5 years, right? And this thing is what you need to take note of, the column name, We'll be using this as the column, the data that we'll be using in our plotting features. You can just change this parameter because you can use all 46 columns later. Right? I just need you to take note of the column name. Okay, let me cover some of the R codes that we're using. This is the only code that you'll be using today. This single line is the most important line. Now what this line tells you, it tells you to generate a histogram, HIST. It tells you to specify which data to use. So if you're going to change data, you just change this number, right? Change this thing after the dollar sign, right? So if I want number 2, so I should put winning number 2. It tells you the color. You can specify any color you want. You can specify any title you want by changing this thing after the inverted commas. This is to change the X label, and this is to change the Y label. Any questions so far? Let me cover a demonstration. Okay, so this is the R code that we will be using. This is the R platform. Right, for instance, I want to plot the winning number 1. I just place my cursor at the end of this line and put Control Enter. See, even without the special frills, you can actually generate a histogram just based on the column name. Right? I just tell this is the plain vanilla version, right? No colors. I just need to click here, Control Enter. It will generate the figures. Now, if I want to generate the number 2, I just change it to 2 and then Control Enter. Control Enter. See, it's instantly, it's magic, right? You can't get any simpler than this. Change the number and Control Enter. Right. Now, if I want to change the color, right? You add some color. Maybe I feel this is boring. Okay, I change. Let's go back to 1, right? If I feel that this is too boring, I can change the color. Control Enter. See, I can change to red. Or if you feel that red is not the color for you, you can choose any of this color here. Right? It's a color template. Maybe I want to put sky blue 1. Or in small letters, please. Sky blue 1. Okay, I just change this. Sky. It's a typo. It must be exactly correct. Control Enter. Ta-da. Okay. Or I can specify red, green, and blue, right? I can change any number I want. Maybe I put this to 0.9. So this is red is 0.255, green is 0.9, blue is 0.8. Control Enter. See? Or you can change any number. Maybe I want to put this at 0.2 instead. Any number between 0 and 1, please. Okay. Or I can use a hexadecimal place. Now, if you don't know what is hexadecimal place, you can just Google or go to this site with all the hex codes. Right? You can choose any color you want. Maybe of the orange. I feel orange today. Okay. A little bit of this. And I want the orange about this code. Right? So I copy this code. Okay, this is a hexadecimal code. Then I paste it down here. Okay, make sure you have the hex sign in front. It's very important. Control Enter. Okay. Or you can use the code I provided earlier, which is everything. Everything. And then just put Control Enter. See, I can change anything I want. So I can change this main title to maybe ABC. ABC. Right. I can go back at the end of this line, I can just put Control Enter. You see? You can customize already. So why not you give it a shot? I invite this group to try using this laptop down here. And then whereas that group I loaded up already using the Mac. The Mac, instead of Control Enter, you use Command Enter. You can try the codes down here.
Colorblind how?
Colorblind. If you need to refer to the codes, I have some handouts down here. There's some handouts down here. You can scribe. You can refer to the codes earlier.
So we just change anything?
Change anything you want. Just change anything you want. Yes. All you must try it out.
Enter.
Yeah.
Easy lah, just change the meaning number dot two lor.
Yeah. Dot two.
How to go there? How to do?
Now,
Try,
here.
try, try, try.
Look here.
She is small.
It's up there already.
Meaning number.
Just you can try 1 to 6. Let's try 1 to 6. Hey, come on, give it a try. Right? Give it a try. See, it generated already. Right now. See, you are able to do it. Okay, why not get someone to try the color? Change different color down here. Yeah, must be 0 to 1. Enter. Okay. Okay, I have some mini exercise down here. You just follow this exercise. Yeah, you just follow this exercise, see whether you can do it.
How about 1.6?
Okay, just 30 seconds more and then we round it up.
Change to 3.
Okay, you just follow this instructions.
Where is data column? What is data column?
This is data column.
Oh, this one the...
You just change this one. Change this one.
Okay, this one done.
It's three lah.
Change already.
Okay, I think we need to round it up already.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me.
But I won't finish ah.
Yeah. We can try it out afterwards. We can try it out later. We have a lot of time to try it out. Okay, what did you all learn today? Okay, so they all managed to try out the program? Yeah. Okay, today do you think we covered our basic plots? We did, right? We covered how to customize color, X label, Y label, main title. The most important thing is to know this code very well. But if you have trouble learning that, just remember this basic thing: column names and histogram. Column name and histogram. This is one important thing that you need to know. In subsequent lessons, we'll be relaxing this and replace with other features to plot other kind of plots. Okay. Do I have any questions from the floor? Understand that some of you may have difficulty in retention, in recalling what kind of codes to use. Never mind. This is not an important thing that you need to take note of. Right? You just need to take note of this thing, and then you jot this down somewhere in your cheat sheet. Over time, you forget, just refer back to it. This is pretty normal for programmers. Right? This is and if not, you can Google it. These are freely available information. What you need to know is do not be intimidated by programming. Just try it out. Right? Just key in certain features and see what happens. If you get it, you get the results. If you don't get the result, that means you're keying something wrong. Okay. Well, with that, I end my lesson. Thank you.
So